Good morning, good morning, good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is day 14, guys. 14. We are almost halfway through the month of July. And I hope that you are. Good morning, Jamal. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope that everybody is feeling the difference when they do these affirmations and they wake up and do their meditation. I am definitely noticing a difference in my responses to different things, right? I'm noticing that I am responding to issues with peace. I'm not responding in my usual, something that would upset me may not upset me as much because of everything I'm going through. I'm trying to get this, try to get my, try to get Instagram a little bit more clear here before we get started. But I want to welcome everybody. Thank you guys for joining. I'm just gonna try to do that. I've got to get another phone. That's a little bit better. All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a Tuesday morning, and as we always start out, we are blessed to be here. The birds are giving me a great background soundtrack for this morning. I want everybody just to take a moment to breathe before we get into 14, day 14. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Relentless Aaron. Haven't seen that name in a while since I was probably after I published my first book back in 2006. We were in a few book clubs together and things like that. So, good morning. Another great African American author has joined us. But yesterday, I had the opportunity to have a great conversation with April Love. She is a industry vet and also just motivational coach, public speaker. I would say spiritual coach. I don't know if she would call herself that, but I would definitely add that to her title or her repertoire of qualities. But if you have a chance, it's on my Instagram page. I left it up. Her picture is there, and it talks about the conversation. We talked about the importance of affirmations and finding balance in your life. And I've discovered that after writing this book, um, I'm enjoying talking to people about this type of thing. My first book was a Good Morning from Kingston, Jamaica. Good morning, Terry, and thank you so much for being consistent in your journey. You're here every morning, and I appreciate that. Um, I have enjoyed helping people, talking to people about this type of thing. My first novel that came out in 2006 was a fiction novel, and it was therapeutic for me to write. It was about my father and issues with my father. But writing a book to help other people has really blessed me in ways I had no idea that it would when I first wrote the book. So I thank you guys. I thank everybody that's bought a copy of it, everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's left feedback, because it's helped me find even more of my purpose. And it really is encouraging others and sharing things that I've gone through to help other people. So I appreciate it and I'm excited. But if you get a chance, please do tune in. Please check out that IG interview with April Love from yesterday. Um, Great stuff. We talked, like I said, talked a lot about balance and finding that intersection of mind, body, and spirit, right? So I feel like, working on your mind is extremely important, but we all know that our spirit and our soul is that voice inside. So it's hard for us to connect to that inner peace if our spirit and our soul is not in a good place, right? And that can be for a number of reasons. But and then lastly, our bodies. I talked about yesterday. I know doing this every day, making sure I'm in this place and making sure that my mental state is in a healthy space has made me realize that I need to even take it up a notch with my physical, right? I've got to, start eating even different than I do now. Definitely has been an issue for me. I think I'm like, I like sweets, or I'm addicted probably to sweets a little bit too much. So I realized that I can't be doing this and getting my mind and my brain strong, my thought process on point, and not also apply those same principles to my body. And it's happened very, very organically, because it's kind of like when you're doing all this work, your mind and your spirit is like, there's still more work to do. So I would love to hear if you guys are having some of the same experiences as you work on your mental immunity. If you're also having the pull to get other areas of your life in order as well. So, good morning, good morning, good morning to those of you that are just joining us. Good morning, John. Good morning, Daniel Porter. Good morning, Pooh Hefner. Evolve Culture Graphics Designs. Good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in. Andre Green. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm going to, like I said, let's just take a moment to breathe before we get into our 14th affirmation. I want you guys to just take a moment, close your eyes. You hear those birds tweeting in the background. We're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. One more time, take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more time, take a deep breath in and exhale. Okay, now that we're calm, now that we're receptive, now that we're still, I'm going to read to you our 14th affirmation, which states, "My pursuit of happiness is perfectly designed to bless those around me near and far." I'm going to read that one more time. My pursuit of happiness is perfectly designed to bless those around me near and far. Our quote is from Bob Marley, which states, "The greatness of a man is not how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively." Hey, Vlad. So I think this is the first sentence in this chapter is, "This process was designed to unapologetically benefit you. However, I've discovered over the years that when people do things motivated by the need to help others or serve others, their own process often gets overlooked. People who put their needs first are often labeled as selfish or even narcissistic. The ironic thing that very few point out is that selfish or narcissistic people are usually extremely successful. And while they may need to work on empathy or compassion, I'd be willing to bet that many of them could state the affirmations in this book without blinking an eye. If you are operating in the full capacity of your passion and following your purpose, those actions may at first feel selfish or self serving, but life has a funny way of allowing everything at its best to benefit others. A bright sun provides vitamin D, which allows flowers to blossom, grass to grow, and even nourishes you and I. You take sports heroes like a Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, two people who consistently operated on their highest frequency possible. And I don't have to convince you how many people their lives have blessed. I think there's an idea, that many people have, that many of us have, that may not be where we want to be, right? That if we are selfish, if we take care of ourselves, that there is something disgraceful in that, because that makes us selfish, that makes us self-serving, and that makes us less than humble, and that there is danger in that of being selfish is like a bad word, right? And it definitely brings some negative characteristics along with it. But as I said, if you think about the most successful people in your life, I can think of several right now that I know that are extremely successful, and they put themselves first. Most definitely put themselves first. But every one of those people, I'm thinking about four people right now. Every one of those people, even if they didn't want to, their lives bless so many other people, from their family. Most of them take care of their family, their friends. Most of them, help out their friends, and even their example. They inspire people, right? I think I mentioned that in the playlist for the book, which of course you can download for free at the website, How to Win When Shit Happens. The playlist has speakers like Diddy and Oprah and Tony Robbins and Sarah Jakes, and You think about someone like Diddy, and that's somebody that many people think may put himself first, right? Because he's very focused on his goals and he's very braggadocious with it. He's got that, still got that New York swag to it. But think about how many people around him that benefit from him chasing his dreams, how many families' lives have changed, how many people are on staff at Revolt and different organizations that he is in charge of. There's no possible way. Good morning, Q. There's no possible way that you being at your best, you operating at your highest frequency possible, being in line with your purpose and divine order and chasing that at its full capacity, cannot bless those around you near and far. Think about it. We're just going to use Diddy for an example because, again, he's my favorite motivator, right? But if you think about him and you listen to him, you may have never met him, you know, but I bet you he's managed to, if it's not something as simple as giving you a great song to enjoy that triggers a memory in your head, to hearing his words. His words are on our soundtrack, and for people that have never met him, they can be inspired and motivated, by his example. So again, what we realize is there's no respect of persons. If I have the ability to be successful and bless others, then you have the ability to be successful and bless others. And Diddy has the ability to be successful and bless others. Beyonce has the ability to be successful and bless others. There's no respect of persons when it comes to that. We have to get out of thinking, well, that's them. No, it's us. These are universal laws. If you push forward, I guarantee you, even friends I know that are successful on a smaller level than a Diddy or a Beyonce, if they're successful, I have a girlfriend named Nira, who's from from Chester, Pennsylvania, and she just from that area. I can't remember if it's Philly or if it's Connecticut, but she has moved to Atlanta, has a successful business, and is constantly, sharing what she's going through with her friends and her family. And I personally have witnessed her example inspire so many people back home. She's brought several of her friends. Well, several of her friends have moved to Atlanta and, started to follow in her footsteps, wanting to open their own business, wanting to partner with her. I read her comments on her page of her friends and family that are so inspired just by her example, right? And she opened a hair salon, moved to Atlanta, opened a hair salon, and has been successful, has clients coming in. But the thing about it is her example, by her just doing what was in her purpose and following her divine order, it has not been easy. Her example has been able to bless and inspire and motivate so many of her friends and family from back home. And that's just how this thing works. That's how it works. You have no choice. So what we're going to say today, we're going to do our affirmation 12. We're going to speak it together now that we've talked about it. I want you to repeat after me. My pursuit of happiness is perfectly designed to bless those around me near and far. One more time. My pursuit of happiness is perfectly designed to bless those around me near and far. One last time. My pursuit of happiness is perfectly designed to bless those around me near and far. I want you to take a deep breath in and release. One more deep breath in, release. One more deep breath in, and release. Good morning, Emmanuel. We're going to say the affirmation, and when you're doing this, I want you guys to visualize you taking in this affirmation and you releasing anything that does not align with that. Okay? We're going to do this again. My pursuit of happiness is perfectly designed to bless those around me near and far. Take a deep breath in and release. One more time. My pursuit of happiness is perfectly designed to bless those around me near and far. Take that in and release. One last time. My pursuit of happiness is perfectly designed to bless those around me, near and far. Take that in and release. Last breath in and release. Okay. As always, if you find yourself um, coming off of this throughout the day, right? And feeling like you're not in alignment with your affirmation. You feel that self-doubt has started to work its way back in your system. Just take a moment, sit down wherever you are. If you're at your desk, if you're at your house, if you're at Starbucks, wherever you are, take a moment, close your eyes, center yourself, take a deep breath in and release it, and remind yourself, verbally say the words that connect you with the affirmation that you need. Okay? I want you guys to give me your feedback on this. Remember, you can go to the website to order your copy of the book, which has all the affirmations and all these. I read a little bit of the quote and a little bit of the chapter, but not the entire thing. So you want to get your own copy of the book. It is on the website, www.howtowinwhenshithappens.com. And also, you can download the playlist. And I had the pleasure and honor of interviewing Keandra Lockett, gospel singer Keandra Lockett, yesterday, and she has a song called "Struggle Don't Last" or "Struggle Won't Last." And I was thinking, wow, that could be on the new soundtrack, right? Because that song basically is saying that trouble doesn't last forever. We know that God, in His Word, tells us that, there's going to be rain, there's going to be bad things are going to happen, but if we remain faithful, that things will turn around in our favor. So, you guys download her song and support her. She's a dynamic artist and young woman, and I just want all of us to support each other, in our endeavors, because that makes us stronger, right? So, if you get a chance, download her single, Struggle Won't Last. And I think it's very fitting for what's going on right now, for all of us to know that this is temporary. Everything that's going on in our world right now is temporary. And remember that if you are operating in your divine purpose and you are operating in that passion and moving forward, that everything that happens to you is going to happen for you, and it's going to bless you, and it's also going to bless other people around you. So you don't ever have to worry about being selfish or being out of line, as long as you're in your purpose. There's nothing that can happen from that but blessings all around, all around, all around. So I want to thank you guys, as always, for joining me. I want to remind you one last time to go to that website, download the playlist by DJ Mark Battle, get your copy of the book. Hey, Jazz, you tuned in just as we're getting done our affirmation for today, but I'm going to read it because my girl Jazz just joined, so I'm going to read it one last time for anyone who just joined. My pursuit of happiness is perfectly designed to bless those around me, near and far. I see Jazz as a young woman. She's getting into real estate. She's showing her example online, and that example is inspiring other people. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, little sister, it is inspiring other people around you. I love you guys. It's been great. Please see me here tomorrow at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. for our day 15 daily affirmation from the book. We're about halfway through the month, guys. Halfway through the month. Give me your feedback. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me how this is affecting you in your daily life. If you're seeing a difference when you start your morning out with positivity and affirmations and meditation. I love you all, and I will see you guys in the morning. For those of you that just